disciples like, why you speak to them in parables? And he answered them and said, because it's been given to you. You should know. You should understand me. They don't. So I have to speak to them in such a way to get them to understand because they don't know. They don't have the benefit and the privileges that you have. You're supposed to know these things. Why? Because you spend so much time with me, you should know by now. But I speak to them in such a way for them to understand, but you, I shouldn't have to talk to you like that. Says, it's been given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them, it's not been given. To whom much is given, much is required. Y'all spend so much time around me, you should know this stuff. I don't hold them that level of accountability. So for the people around me, it's like, why you be treating some people different? You got your answer. Because it says, for whoever has, to him more will be given. And he will have abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him. It says, so I speak to them in parables because seeing they do not see, and hearing they do not hear, nor do they understand. He says, hearing, but they don't hear. So the Greek word here is the word akouo. So they hear, but they're not hearing. So you have akouo, then hupa-akouo, which hupa-akouo means listening and hearing to the point of understanding and obedience. So it's one thing to hear, it's another thing to hear and actually have action behind it and do what it is that you heard. You know how it is when your parents will tell you something, you dumb down like, huh? Because you really didn't want to do what it is they said to do, so you act like you didn't hear. Husbands, you know how sometimes we have selective hearing when our wives talking to us? It's a gift from God that only the men have. It benefits us when we're in battle, at war, so, we don't get distracted. It's God-given. Woman of God, sometimes when he says, I didn't hear you, he's telling the truth. 100%. And you'll be like, he heard me. He did not. I promise you, on God, he did not. We are more simple than what you realize. He did not hear you. I was sitting right beside him. I don't care. You could have been in his face. You hear me? No. So Jesus says, hearing while not hearing, because you're hearing, but you're still not understanding, which means you obviously didn't hear. So I can hear something, akouo, that don't mean that it's going to have me have any action behind what I heard. And I haven't heard Morgan until I understand, and I don't know if I can understand until I can explain to somebody else. So oftentimes, you don't really hear. In your multitasking world, because I know how y'all are, because y'all be triple tasking. You got stuff going on, you got this on over here, you're working on this, you're typing on this, you're doing this, and I'm like, hey, did you hear what I said? I heard you. And I'm like, I know you didn't hear me. There's no way, I didn't hear me. So I know you didn't hear me. I got it, man of God. I got it. And 2 hours later, hey, can you remind me what you said? Because I don't want to get it wrong. You didn't hear me. And I know you didn't hear me. Listen, because if you'd have heard me, you wouldn't respond the way you did. You responded, okay. I'm like, they didn't hear what I said. I'm just going to let it ride. So sometimes I just sneak stuff in, Courtney, and say dumb stuff. And they're like, mm-hmm. I was like, I just said you stupid as hell. And they're like, yes, sir, man of God. Pastor, you do those kind of things? Yup. I'm always in teaching mode. He says, I speak to them in parables because hearing they don't hear, seeing they do not see. The word see, Greek word horeo, to see, to perceive, or to attend to, which means I have not heard or seen until it moves me, Yvette, to do something. You know, I can see something, Walter, but if it doesn't move me to take action, then I didn't see it. If I see somebody out there in a burning car, and they're like, ooh, that car on fire. That person sitting inside. I sure hope they got Geico. Progressive, you know, something. You gonna go try to rescue him? I got on my good suit. So I ain't trying to get my good suit smelling like smoke. Okay, so then people like, hey, do you see what's going on? I didn't even see it. What's going on outside? Something going on outside? I didn't even see it. Because you didn't want to see it, because you didn't want to have to actually enact some action behind it. You know how if you walking around and you saw a piece of paper on the floor, some dirt, and you walk past it? You know, and I'm like, did you see that paper? I didn't even see it. Pastor, where? It's like, hey, did you feel that sticky spot on the floor? What sticky spot? No, I didn't know there was a sticky spot on the floor, man of God. Why your shoes going? I didn't hear that, Pastor. See, you realize that we have selective sight and we have selective hearing. So we have a problem. Everybody say we have a problem. It says their ears. It says that seeing you will see and not perceive, for the hearts of people have grown dull. Their ears are hard of hearing. Their eyes have closed, which means that your ears have gotten clogged up with the things of this world, and your eyes have come closed to where you don't even want to look. See, there's sometimes we just close your eyes because you don't want to look at the crazy stuff going around. But you don't understand how you've allowed so many things to begin to clog up your ears so you can't even hear. So we have a seeing problem. We have a hearing problem. But we also have a doing problem. See, we have a doing problem because we don't know and understand what we're doing, who we're doing it for, why we're doing it. We don't know.